Second Harvest of the Big Bend serves 16 counties. As we've seen from Hurricane Idalia in 2023, neighborhoods across those counties can suffer in the days and weeks after a storm.
I really enjoy giving back. There's so many hungry people out there.
I'm Terry Gilliam, your Southwest Tallahassee neighborhood reporter. I'm getting an inside look to see how Second Harvest is preparing now to meet future needs.
I guess the first one I experienced was Kate way back in the early 80s. And there's been several since then.
Matt Pellegrino was a volunteer at Second Harvest of the Big Bend.
We were without power for 7-8 days the first time.
Pellegrino recalls his first hurricane years ago. That power outage led to a loss and lack of food. It's an experience many neighbors went through in 2023 with Hurricane Idalia. ABC 27 was there as volunteers filled hundreds of cars in places like Perry and Monticello. Pellegrino works to make sure Second Harvest is ready should another storm head our way.
What we do is we separate that various meats into categories, poultry, beef, whatever have you, and then we'll box it up later, and that'll be distributed to our partners as for distribution to the public.
They're also packing canned goods and other non-perishables. Second Harvest tells me they distributed 1.3 million pounds of food in response to Hurricane Idalia. Second Harvest of the Big Bend CEO Monique Ellsworth says they want to do the same thing this year.
Hurricane prep typically begins at the conclusion of the previous hurricane season.
The 7 counties on your screen that Second Harvest serves were impacted by Hurricane Idalia.
What we're doing right now is we're taking a look at everything that we did last year, lessons learned, and making sure that things like our call tree for how we're going to manage the crisis internally is updated.
Staff at Second Harvest looks different due to cuts to ensure funding for services across our neighborhoods. I asked Ellsworth if they're still confident in their response ahead of hurricane season.
The Tallahassee community rises to the occasion, so I think that should there be a storm in this storm season, we're going to see an absolute outflow of support from our local community, making sure that neighbors aren't left behind.
A mission she leads, while dozens of volunteers like Pellegrino prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
As far as for the community is concerned, what we do here I think will go a long way to alleviate any needs that come up during such a storm.
Second Harvest welcomes volunteers, especially during storm recovery. I'll include a link on how you can get involved with this story at WTXL.tv. In Southwest Tallahassee, Terry Gilliam, ABC 27.